Well, if you've ever gotten a kick out of watching people work, here's a video for you. This video is about winter property maintenance in Ontario cottage country. Right here, you see that water? That's just standing water on the roof. We're dealing with ice damming, clearing off the roof, and of course, a little bit of snow blowing. For clearing off the roof, I'm gonna break out my fancy new tool. It's called the snow peeler. So I hope you'll find this video entertaining and maybe even a little informative. A big thank you for tuning in to Project Carson. Hope you enjoy. Put a few tracks throughout here. Whoa. We just started to rebuild this deck, and that's why there are no hand railings. Ice damming. Got to get rid of the snow on the roof so that this doesn't turn into leaks inside the house. Underneath here, if that ice dam continued to build up, you would get ponding up here. Like I'm already getting quite a bit of ice built up underneath here. And there's probably, once I start breaking this away, we'll find water underneath here, and then that makes its way in underneath the roof. Because under normal conditions, the water just runs off the roof. But when there's ice there holding it in place, it finds its way in underneath the roof shingles, or in this case, I have a metal roof. See, there's a hole we just opened up. And anyways, and then the water makes its way inside the house. So this is part of home maintenance. the snow off the roof, so you don't have damage and flood or well leaks inside your home. Yeah. All right, let's get this going. How we doing? How we looking? Look at that rosemary plant in there. Holy smokes. Got my fire going in here. Look at that. Try this puppy. This is the snow peeler. So this thing is amazing. It has this tarp attached to it, as you can see, which acts like a crazy carpet. If you're Canadian and you've been sledding, you know what a crazy carpet is. Anyways, let's see how this is gonna work. Look at that. It just lets the snow slide right down. Stand by, folks. Whew, we almost went for a tumbly tumble. Oh. There's the roof. Okay, just gotta make a channel here. I would just like to address my choice of tool here, which is an axe. Don't use an axe on your roof if you're not comfortable with the idea of doing that. There's lots of other tools you can use, like rubber mallets or what have you, to prevent any damage that you might do to your roof. I'm fairly comfortable with this tool, so that's why I use it. Nine out of 10 would agree that getting on a snowy roof dressed in a rubber suit, basically a giant snow sled of a suit, is kind of crazy, but you know, I've done this before. getting to the pool right here. You see that water? That's just standing water on the roof. And that will eventually make its way into underneath your roof and then into your house and cause leaks and damage. And you know, mold and that kind of stuff. You don't want that. It's pretty up here though, I'll tell you. A lot of work.